Sure. Restack what? Restack what? Yep. Final push. Almost got everything out. Gonna do a couple loads today and we'll be there. So life is good, kind of, except for the fact I'm still wearing this. I should be shedding layers, not adding them. We're getting there though. We'll get there. Today we're hauling some seed. Feels good. We've had limited windows to where it's not actively raining or it's not completely freezing, and we just don't want to do it to get the stuff out the door. So yeah, feels good. The last couple loads are happening today, so that we'll have everything placed at every customer's yard ready to go for whenever this switch decides to flip and Minnesota has springtime. These April showers should become May flowers, but for the May flowers to happen, the seeds need to get in the ground and get germinated. Kind of a key part of that. In the rest of this video, I'll update you guys on what's been going on for the last month. The Graham electric planter that we did on one of the customer planners, big update with that. And another project I don't think I highlighted very much in one of the other videos, also an update there, kind of disappointing on our end of it, but good in the fact that it does work and is ready for the field. Good things, some things that have been frustrations, but that's the reality of it. So you take the good with the bad, keep pushing forward and try to get everybody ready here and cause a good experience, having dealt with myself and the other guys at Next Level Ag. Oh, office project. I'll show you that. That's pretty much it. So you can take along while I deliver. This is kind of my happy place. Deep down in me there is a trucker in there somewhere. It's not as close to the surface as it used to be, but it's down there. So I'm enjoying this relaxing morning, delivering seed, visiting with customers, and yeah, getting closer. Get this stuff in the ground. Life will be good. Well, what was going to be a nice peaceful day of delivering seed, maybe a little bit of liquid, quickly got flipped on its head. Got a customer wants to go plant some wheat. First he just said he wanted to go plant. I'm like, dude, it's 34 degrees. Still got my stocking cap on. Anyway, he wants to go plant wheat. That totally makes sense. But our RTK tower by Outsider Inbill is not outputting a signal. So therefore he can't make a guidance line or engage on a AB. So that is my problem. So we're on our way there now. Go climb a tower, see what's going on, see if we just blew a breaker or if we got other issues. Let's hope and pray that we don't have other issues. I hope it's flip a breaker, pop a breaker, do something, and away we go. But we will know that shortly. I guess you can take the trip. Hasn't even really started, but I'm already kind of needing my sabbatical for after spring, but it's par for the course. We'll get through it. This just gets my my blood moving a little bit, get me ready for the actual battle. So anyway, onward and upward, away we go. Well, we tried to make the most of today. A little bit of an unexpected trip down south to grab parts from a friend. Decided to make the most of it. So here's a little sneak peek at a project we'll be working on this summer. More to come on that later. As I said earlier in the video, as I was driving around, there were a few things that did not go according to plan like we had hoped as far as installs go. One of them is this planter right behind me. We had intended to have Graham Electric Drive run this planter, and it would be operated through Field IQ on the 2050 display that the customer already had in the cab, so that everything would look familiar, it would match the rest of the yard. That was our goal. Well, the main goal was to eliminate the air clutches that were on this planter before, because the seals wear out over time, you get dirt in them, and no matter how many times you clean them, they continuously and very quickly get clogged up, start dragging, and they don't shut off the rows of seating when they're supposed to. And it's very annoying. A lot of work to clean them out. There's better technologies out there today. One of those we thought was going to be the Graham Electric Drive. To be able to adapt directly to the drive without use of air, eliminate a bunch of chains and sprockets and drives and shafts and all that good stuff. We had showed you that in actually our first behind the scenes video. The motor's mounted up here. Used to be right there. We fought for 2 months to try to make it work. We did everything. We even had a great service tech from Graham come out here and work on it top to bottom, and even he could not get this thing to go. And we had to make a call. We weren't comfortable taking it to the field when there were so many things out of the box that just did not work. And I think as far as the system goes, I know they've got them running and I know they work. But from what we gathered from information from them was the fact that the case drive has so much torque because of the large seat disc, which is not a negative thing. Remember, I was trained by Case IH to understand these planters, the difference between this row unit and a Deere, Kinsey, White, whatever other row unit there is out there. What do they call this row unit? Early riser. There we go. Because this unit will get your corn to come out of the ground at least 1 day sooner than any other row unit, because it's a non-compaction unit. We can talk about that some other time. Anyway, the disc is larger and it is centered on the tube. Therefore, there's more drag on the disc. Therefore, it creates more torque needed, and the motor provided by Graham is not strong enough for the torque that this unit produces. It's right on the edge. So, like they told us, update the covers, update all sorts of different stuff. Essentially spend another 10 grand when we were not planning on spending another 10 grand. And even that, we tried that on a few rows, still didn't work. So we made a call, we took it off, so we're back to the way it was, because it was too late to go another route. And the plan going forward on this one to eliminate the chains and the air drive or air shutoff will be to add a takeoff cable drive system to this planter, which is what the customer's other planter is sitting right over here. And I don't even have to say customer, it's Condon's. My two business partners, their family farm, this is their equipment. And we fought it together, and we lost together, and we're back to square one together. But we know what plan B is. It's going to match this planter as far as the drive and everything goes. So they'll still talk through vehicle sync. These two units will talk in the field when needed. Anyway, that's one update. We did have another one that didn't go to plan. Put hydraulic drives on a planter, on a tractor that you saw me install a system into. That did not go well. The drives work, but they do not work with the FMX display that I put in them. They are working with the precision display, so I don't even care. I'm just glad that it works. Hydraulics, the drives, everything else worked. Just needed a different system to run it. So we've got a Trimble steering the tractor, providing the GPS and the accuracy, and the 2020 display that the customer had already is still going to be the one running the planter, which is fine by me. They do a great job. So good work, Chris. You kept that one under your hat and got it done, despite my failure. The other thing we're up to these days while we're waiting for the weather to correct, I'm actually very happy that we had the extra time. The reason is we store liquid. We've got a lot of storage in our seed shed, our warehouse, that's heated, never freezes throughout the winter, but we've got a lot of tanks at customer yards and on our yard that sit outside with liquid in them. Well, when you hit freezing temperatures with liquid, we all know what happens. It turns to a solid. And the fertilizer that is in these tanks turns into kind of like a hard slush. And we have not had the heat so far this season to get them to thaw as quickly as we think we will need them to. So I've been circulating tanks, getting everything to come back into solution, get rid of that slush that's in there, and turn it all back into liquid. We've been running a lot of engine hours on the pumps here to get everything circulated and into solution, and we, as of today, have gotten there. So every tank, every gallon of liquid that is going out of this place is circulated, mixed, and thawed, and I'm pretty happy about that. So we can finish deliveries and having customers come in with their tenders to get that out, because I do anticipate next week we will be planting. So yeah, that's what's going on in here. Well, we're finally moving on to the next step. Maiden voyage for the new tank system. Our electric pump, which is sweet. We're going electric, people. First load. Here we go. Yeet yeet. Should look a little different in here, much less seed. We've got some totes sitting inside. Some other products came in. Our Exceed Nano Brown Sugar came in this last week, so we're splitting that up, getting it to the customers who need it. These tank levels are no longer 100%. We're getting them down as we're getting deliveries done. That tank is empty. That feels really good. These two, we got the last two customers with our beet starter mix to get out next week. Got that all mixed up, circulated. A lot different. Oh yeah, last time we were in here, there were two other tanks in here. Well, now they're empty. One went to a customer to hold their stuff that was going to come, and we put the other one outside and moved another customer's stuff out there so they can tender themselves this spring right off of our yard. So that feels pretty good. Getting things placed, getting things ready for plant 22. Last thing I want to show you today is this. This is a complete office for Matthew R. Condon. This is a complete conference room for Next Level A. Obviously, there's not a table here yet, but we'll get to that. And there's going to be a TV there. I'm excited about that. Not really sure why, but should be fun. Anyway, turn that light off. Our kitchenette is complete. Our wall of goodies is complete. Now we just need the rest of our stuff to show up, so we can give all sorts of cool stuff away. So now we have our little bit of a break room. I can reheat my wonderful Sunday dinners that my beautiful wife makes, and any other things. Pizza oven somewhere in there. That's complete. This I just put up today. Need to fill it with brochures, but the office is finally complete. We cleaned it up, we organized, and it is done. Some would say we actually look like a real business now. It'll look real good by turning this light on. So I just want to take a second to say thank you to everyone who worked on this, because I know they gave it their all and they did everything they could with the situations that we're all dealing with. Yeah, it went a little while longer than we had hoped, but it's done and it's wonderful. Every once in a while you just need to give something a fresh coat of paint, give it a little bit of a facelift, and here we are. So ready for the next however many years, and we just look forward to serving you guys. Again, those we need to thank: Rod and Danny Miller did all the woodwork and the countertops and all the finishing stuff that makes it look beautiful. New doors throughout. Look at this. Look at this. That's wood. Not just plastic that looks like wood and is hollow in the middle. That's hard wood. That's what she said. Sorry, couldn't resist. So Rod and Danny, thank you. All the electrical was done by Corey's Hometown Electric. All the other carpentry work, obviously taking down that wall and doing the conference room, all that stuff. Huge shout out to Keith Johnson, remodeling. Did a fantastic job, and whenever something needed to be done, he was here, got it done so that the next step could happen. It's hard to remember, a long time ago, that's over a year. Tines too, they jacked this up back here and put a beam in so we could make the conference room. That's where it all started. So huge thanks to everyone involved. It's finally done. We can get this off of our minds and keep moving forward, keep helping you all take your farms to the next level. I guess the overall theme of this video is sometimes things just don't go to plan, and that's fine. We adjust, we move on. I'm not too prideful about things that we could or could not get working. As long as we get the thing ready to plant, that's all that matters. I'm not going to hold anything up. But again, thanks to Chris Zimmer Precision, for taking care of the one project that needed help finishing. And I mean nothing against Graham Electric for what happened on the other planter. They took care of us. We were refunded. We all move on. It's just plan B didn't work out. We moved to plan B. That's kind of life, especially when we're working in agriculture. So again, thanks for watching. Thank you for your support. And that's about it. Peace out. Make sure my hat looks good here. Kind of a sweat line on that one. Makes it look like I was working.